Welcome back, everybody, to another video in the Appreciating Comic Book Art series. Today, we're going to look at a guy that I've been really excited about over the last few years when I first stumbled across him at DC. I think he did some Detective Comics, if I remember correctly, but he did that Superman #1, where it was based in China. And then he's moved over to Marvel. He did that 2099 Alpha. And right now, he's doing Wolverine. And I hope that Marvel does more with this dude because he's extremely talented. His name is Viktor Bogdanovic, and we're going to look at Wolverine issue 5. But before we do, if you like this channel, as always, subscribe, give me a like, hit the bell for notification, and share the word. I am Joe M. Sontag, and this is Appreciating Comic Book Art. So let's dive into this. Let's do it now. And what I love about Victor's art is he's a digital artist, which I don't really, to be honest with you, I don't really get into a lot these days. I don't like the whole digital craze. I think digital inks, for the most part, they look they just look too clean. They don't have enough energy. They don't have enough life or attitude to it. But I will say that Victor's work is simply awesome. So what he does digitally and the way he inks himself, the way he adds texture to his lines, it just works. It works really well, and you can't really tell it's digital. I mean, the only reason I know is because I was, seeing his work on Facebook quite a bit. And I follow him on multiple social media sites. So I want to jump into this. I love stuff like this. This is a very simple panel, but it's all about the light sources, the mood, the effects. And if you've seen some of the original art here, he adds quite a bit of effects digitally that you probably can't get away with traditional. So I will say that there is a benefit to digital. I'm not knocking all you digital artists out there. I've attempted it myself from time to time, and there are definitely benefits to it. One would be being able to go back with your work, erase anything, all that kind of good stuff. Also, let me mute my phone. That's annoying. But anyway, giant facial expression, very, very good on Wolverine. And I think this is the perfect character for Victor to be drawing, especially this storyline that they started. I think they're at issue. I don't even know what issue they're at right now. I tried to go far enough back to where this isn't going to be. I'm not going to get dinged for showing this entire comic book, so hopefully it's not a big deal, because this has been out for months and months and months now. But his style art, is very Greg Capullo like. When he first burst on the scene, I thought it was a Greg Capullo clone, to be honest with you. But I dug it, because it had a bit of originality as well. But he's really come into his own, developed that style even more, and made it his own. He's a very, when you see his art, it's him right off the bat. That's a sign of a good artist. His page layout is awesome. I love doing this. The offset panels like this. It's stuff I do in my own work. Great anchor shot here, and just the way he uses black and spots all that. And we don't even know any about this. Which, I don't know if this annoys anybody else, but Jonathan Hickman's run, just how he handles all the X-Men books, I don't like stuff like this. It breaks up the flow of the comic. I'm just getting into the story with the first 3 pages, and then I got to go into something like this. I don't want to read this. I don't want to do it as a reader. I just want to look at the art, and I want to have the story told to me. So great colors too with Matthew Wilson. This combination, they just fit very well. And I guess Benjamin Percy is the one that's writing this book, but I think Hickman's the one that is the overall showrunner, if you would like to say that, of the entire X-Men world right now in the universe. So just great storytelling again, in the mood and atmosphere in this book with Victor's art is great. And the reason why I wanted to jump ahead to issue 5 was he was sharing duties with Adam Kubert for the first few issues, which was great. But I've done a lot of videos on the Kuberts, so I wanted to do something new. I haven't done anything on Victor yet, and I think he deserves a spotlight because he's one of Marvel's most talented artists, in my opinion, and I hope that they build around him a little bit more and give him a lot of work. Keep him on a character, give him a nice long run. They don't do that with artists anymore these days. They put him on a book and then they pull him off and they throw him all around. Let the audience really get established with how he draws a character, and then let him develop that style as you go and watch that evolve. That's what I want to see. Uh, Great shot of Wolverine busting out of the ice, out of the ice there. And I think the issue before, he was fighting Omega Red, and it ended with him being trapped under the ice, and obviously got frozen into a giant block there. And all that it's a fun book. To me, this kind of book, it's good. It's got fun story. Got vampires. How can you go wrong with vampires and ninjas and Wolverine? To me, I think it's a great combination. When I read the synopsis of what they're going to do this book, I was sold right off the bat. I love this. Absolutely love the kind of, I don't even know what you would call this. It's modern day looking, but it's also got this kind of like creepy gothic feel without having like all the gargoyles. So it doesn't look like Gotham City, but it does give you that kind of creep feel. And again, they're playing with the darks to the lights, and then the colors bring it out so expertly. I absolutely love this. And I don't know, maybe I'm just a nerd for comic book art. I love a good action scene and action poses, but sometimes just a nice, cool city shot, dynamic, and that's what this is. It's very dynamic. That's what I love about Capullo's work too. And I think that's why I say that Victor's highly influenced by Capullo, especially with certain camera angles. It's a great camera angle right there. And again, I don't need any of that. You get rid of that. Just give me the comic. Let me read the comic. Let me see the art. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, it's a fun story. I love that face. Great looking face there, because something that Victor does that is very strong in his art is he has a lot of different facial shapes, a lot of different facial expressions. Nothing looks exactly the same, and that's something I struggle in my own art. And I'll be completely honest with that. A lot of my faces look the same. Like I'm not as confident to just throw weird shapes in there, like he does, and like Capullo does, and some other really talented artists. I love this shot here. Logan on a snowmobile, with a giant spike. Gonna go slay some vampires. Just cool concepts, cool visuals, fun story. Yeah, this kid just gets whacked right off the bat. Like, whoops, sorry, kid. Thanks for being in the issue. Appreciate it. I like how Victor plays around with Wolverine and his jumping stances, his fighting, positions he puts him in. It's like, like the classic Art Adams, Jim Lee kind of Wolverine that you think of, but Victor's kind of made it his own. He's gone away from like trying to do that stereotypical lunge that you see with Wolverine, and he's really kind of made it his own. Yeah, just fun book, great art. Again, his use of blacks and shadows are great. And then, like I said, you have to get into the story to really know what's going on, because I kind of just dropped you all in issue 5, and a lot of times I'll try to stick to first issues, because sometimes I feel like that's when you get the most creative aspect of the artist, because they're just feeling their way through that character, possibly for the first time before they've really established things. So you get to see a little bit more of the raw take. But there was something about this issue that I just absolutely loved, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. So before we get out of here, I just want to remind everybody that I do have a book that I'm working on called Reaper Destroyer that I will be launching later on this year. I am right now actively working on getting a mailing list / VIP site to where I can show inked pages by Joe Weems and colored pages by Brian Valenza as they come in, character sketches, character bios, all that kind of stuff, getting everybody ready for the campaign. If this is something you're interested, you can hit me up on any of the social media sites. I'll try to drop all my links because I haven't been doing that lately. I need to do that. Somebody suggested I do that. So I'm going to put all my social media sites down there under Joe M. Sontag. But message me, send me your email. I will get you on the list when I get ready to launch the page and launch the mailing list. So, all right, guys, I really appreciate it. Again, if you like this channel, please help me out by hitting the subscribe button, hit the like, hit the bell for notifications, share it, tell your friends. Again, I have a show on Friday nights at 8:30 called Art and Stuff with my co-host, Sean Arendt. Check that out. It's a fun show. We talk comics and art and stuff with independent creators and professional alike. So, all right, everybody, thank you for joining me. Until next time, I will talk to you.